This guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it back looking for help. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Out of the gun, the running back has it.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. The Buffaloes have their whole playbook open here on second and inches. Gives it on the option. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
You just need more from your offensive line. Second and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up third down, and this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Now they're going to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, and he drops it on the crossing route on first down. He knew that defense was bearing down on him. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to pass. It's Tollefson. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. He'll be knocked out of bounds right at the 40-yard line. Good pickup there.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
Finds his man. It's Gibson. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
In their own territory, no problem. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. Quarterback may change this route. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. They get him down at the 36. It will be a first down.
And I like the aggressiveness. I understand you're down, right before the half. You want to go get some points, but you can't turn the football over here. Now you've set the other team up in a position to maybe get more points as the first half's winding down.
Looking for space. It's Hilliard. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. He's going for the big play. Makes the grab. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Arkansas.
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And, David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Power football with the run. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. To the air, it's Tollefson. Trying to escape and get it himself.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide. Great job, nice athleticism, good decision to take off scrambling and help his offense, but you really are seeing his inexperience shine through here in this game.
Defense a little too eager on that last one, and now it's 1st and 5. He'll set up to throw. Trying to make magic with his feet. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wants to go up top on first down. Connection to the right. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. Clock still running, almost certainly the last play of the half. To the air on first down. Fires it down the seam. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Razorbacks will kick it away to start the second half. And he's coming out of the end zone. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity.
And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. Dropping back, it's Poe. Throws to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Carney. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
Well, that was a dart right there. He's going to give Arkansas a chance because in the old days in the SEC, you had to run the football if you were going to win championships. Today, you better be able to get it done through the air. When you think of all the...
Turning it on! Smashes ahead. No, he loses the ball after the huge gain. Defense trying to take it back. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Great job by the defense in the back end that time. He made the catch, and he had a little wiggle room to run afterwards, but they were able to get to him, rip the football out, and that is a massive takeaway for the defense.
And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. And the Razorbacks have it with a 1st and goal. Use the play fake, now to throw. He wants it all. Touchdown, Razorbacks! Fired in from the red zone for the score. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
Man, this defense has their hands full. They're dealing with a quarterback that is pinpoint accurate, making good decisions, and they're dealing with a wide receiving group that has a lot of speed and some burners on the perimeter. They might want to think about playing some more zone coverage moving forward. That's now 3 passing TDs they've allowed.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Interesting showdown in the MAC today, men. Take a look at how things are playing out. Akron has been blitzed from the opening kick, and as you can see, the score right now is a lot to a little. They're trailing by 24 to Virginia. The MACtion never sleeps, and we'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. Starting to feel a little pressure. He'll pull it down and run. Got the first himself. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. He was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. Looking to pass. It's Tollefson. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Makes the catch. Touchdown, Bucks. Once he got some room, it was over. How about that quarterback taking the shot downfield and delivering to the wide open receiver?
I love this quarterback, Reese, because he's aggressive. He wants to take shots. He's looking for every opportunity to show off that cannon and that arm talent. He showed it to all of us right there.
He'll bring it out. It's snow. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. This lead that they've been working with has dwindled to 2 possessions, and now they'll try to find a little breathing room on this drive. And that's why you do explosive work in the weight room. Arm day's a good thing as he gets to the 23.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
The Razorbacks are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Quick strike complete. Changing on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop. Caught the shotgun snap and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning two. That was beautiful.
They'll go with a direct snap. He's got a yard out to the 30-yard line.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll try the run. Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. And the Razorbacks decide to punt it away. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
I know that wasn't a huge, sexy gain. I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on second down. 2nd and 10, really hard. 3rd and 10, really hard. Now you're in a manageable situation. It really gives you the whole playbook.
And the Buffaloes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Safe completion on the screen. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down. Plays like that put just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use the great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind them, making the easy catch, and then getting downfield, picking up some extra yards.
That's the end of the quarter, and Arkansas has the lead. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the third quarter stats. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. To the air, it's Tollefson. Snagged in the middle, it's Holland. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
Makes the catch, it's Gibson. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
He's brought down at the 31. Now, a 4th down.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chain. No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it complete.
4th down, no problem. I'm just going to rip this to my wide receiver. He believed in himself. He knew he could get it, and they get the 4th down converted.
There he goes. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This defense really is on their heels. They've been on the field now for a long time on this drive, and they're just getting pushed around at the point of attack up front like we saw in that last play.
A first down run in the red zone. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Man, how fast did they get in there and make that tackle for a loss? If you blinked, you missed it. Nice job by the defense getting penetration. Everybody up near the line of scrimmage, shooting the gaps quick, getting in the backfield, getting the guy on the ground.
This is going to be tough sledding for this quarterback now. You're trailing, you're in the second half. Defense knows you've got to throw it. You're going to have to sit in the pocket under duress and start making throws in tight windows. It's not an easy situation by any stretch, but big-time players make big plays in big games.
Gets it out quickly. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
And the most important thing is the clock ticking for this defense. But you get a stop right here on 4th down, and this ball game is over. So one big stop, and you end this thing.
A field goal does not top the list of most helpful things at this juncture, so they'll go for it on 4th down. Making side adjustments here. Looking downfield, it's Tollefson. Into the end zone. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
Yeah, and you needed points. You wanted points badly. But listen, the offense, you know exactly what they're going to do. They're going to get in their 4-minute offense. Now, I got to start preserving that clock, using my timeouts, try to get a stop, and get this ball back to my offense.
They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. And he can't get past the 2-yard line, but at least they avoided going backwards.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
He's going to throw it from his own end zone. That internal clock just didn't move fast enough, and they get him for a safety. They'll get set for the free kick after the safety.
Well, the defense could smell blood in the water in that situation, and a great job pursuing, getting to the football, showing you all of that athleticism they have, and they come away with the safety.
Returner brings it out to the 45. And your Colorado Buffaloes will take over 1st and 10.
Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
And the Buffaloes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Caught behind the line. It's Gibson. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one. They're down to the 32-yard line on 1st and 10. Quick completion to the right. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. The Buffaloes can really attack on this 2nd and short. Wants to throw. It's Tollefson. A little screen to the running back. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
Screen pass just not working there. You figure at this point of the game, trailing, you're going to have to be more aggressive and take some shots. You usually run screen passes when you think there's going to be a blitz, but because the defense has the lead, they're just sitting back and playing big zones.
Complete to the left. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he was fortunate to get that one back to the line of scrimmage at the 5. No gain on the play. Picked up some of what they needed on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. On the option. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Colorado!
And that's step 1. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
They want to throw it. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's a way to make a stand.
They're throwing forward on the 2-point conversion. He gets the pick. He's got a convoy. Is he gone? Is it going to be 2 points the other way? He gets tackled across the 50-yard line. Nice job by the defense.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's their 1st of the half.
Timeout, Arkansas.
Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. send that offense back onto the field. So we've got a tight spot here, David. They'd love to run out the clock, but all those timeouts staring at them.
Yeah, they got 3 timeouts on defense, but I know a first down ends this football game. So I got to get my guys physical, ready to roll.
Yeah, because you know this defense is going to be playing the run. They're going to be loading the box, trying to get tackles, using their timeouts to get the football back. So this is going to come down to who's better in the trenches.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. With the catch, it's Carney. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
And a great job by the defense, seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking for a man, it's Poe. Rushes on him. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
They'll keep the offense on the field on 4th down already with a 1-possession lead. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Can't complete the long throw, and the defense gets off the field on 4th down.
And the offense goes for the knockout punch. They wanted to get the first down, run out this clock, take the dub. Now their defense is going to have to come out and step up big for them and make sure they don't give up any points.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Thinking about using a timeout right here after that run play. And listen, I get you're trying to keep the defense off guard, but you're losing this game. You've got to throw the football. Now is the time. You've got to be aggressive, trailing in this 2-minute situation.
He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a first down and a pickup of 10. The upset's been bubbling all day. Now at a full-fledged boil. Guys, see if they can finish it off.
Can the underdog hold on?
Breaks into the open. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. And the Buffaloes come to the line with a new set of downs. From the gun, they'll try the middle. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And if they're going to run the football late in the game in this situation, not that close to scoring zone, they've got to take a timeout here. You've got to make sure you save as much time as possible and communicate with your quarterback.
They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. And the Buffaloes come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Buffaloes kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Driving his way all the way down to the 3-yard line. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. On the move. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end. You need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
And you can't teach that gene. You have people that can focus in the moment or they can't. Great job by the team.